Hey guys, it's me Marquita, and I am starting a new playlist on my channel. The playlist is called Get to Know Me, and I will be answering questions, but I also would like to get to know y'all, so leave your questions and answer in the description below so that we can get to know each other. Hey everybody, it's me Marquita, and today's question is, never have I ever wanted to be famous. It's kind of a split answer, because when I was around 8 or 9, maybe even 7, I wanted to be famous in the sense of I tell people I was raised in the wrong income bracket, because I literally, okay, I was raised by an alcoholic, and it was, I can buy food at the first of the month with food stamps, but then if I got any cash, it's going on me. That's the type of upbringing, and I have said it multiple times, and I was raised by an alcoholic narcissist. I think she became a narcissist because of how she was raised. I'm not saying she was raised wrong. I just don't think she had any true stability. And I know her grandmama loved her and obviously took care of her, but I know she probably has abandonment issues. So I'm not holding her childhood against her. I'm holding my childhood against her, because she was 21 or 22 when I was born. So you were an adult, ma'am. She was 17 when my sister was born, but she was like 21 or 22 when I was born. But anyhow, like I said, I grew up in the wrong income bracket, because I have always wanted to be a gymnast. I have always wanted to do ballet. I have always wanted to do ice skating. I wanted to play the piano. I wanted to play the violin. And then growing up, the only sport that was available was basketball at the Boys and Girls Club. I don't like basketball. I wanted to play football. And when I was, how old would I have been? Maybe 12. I'm going to say 12, because I think I was in 7th grade. I wanted to be in football, and then so in 6th grade I wanted to play football, and they were like, oh well, we don't got a female team. Then in 7th grade they got a female team, but I didn't get to play because it cost money. I didn't want to be a cheerleader, oddly enough. Like, it's weird because I wanted to be a cheerleader, on my own terms. Like, I wanted to go down, I wanted to cheer, but if they told me what cheers to do, I didn't want to do that. So I wanted to be a cheerleader, but I didn't want to be on the team doing the cheerleading. It's weird. And of course I didn't want to wear the outfit, so no. But the only sport that was available was basketball. The only organizations that was Girl Scouts. I didn't want to do Girl Scouts. I attempted it, but around that time is when I started becoming an introvert. So, I was like around 9 years old when I was in Girl Scouts, and I didn't want to be around people. So that didn't work out. And plus, my heart wasn't in it. Like, I didn't want to be in Girl Scouts because I wanted to be in Girl Scouts. It was like, okay, well, I go to the Boys and Girls Club. Why not? All my friends are going to be in Girl Scouts. Why not me be in Girl Scouts? Even though I did not want to sell cookies, I would. And I should have knew better, because I always tell people, I think I was raised nonverbal autistic in a sense. And what I mean by that was, no, that's not the right word. I will explain it. And hopefully it doesn't come out wrong. Some of my family that have known me from birth did not think that I knew how to talk, because all that I would do is, when somebody's talking to me, if I didn't have anything to say, I didn't say anything. And I could have been autistic, just didn't know. I still to this day have never been diagnosed. I feel like I am somewhere on the spectrum, but it doesn't change my everyday life, in the way that I live, interact with people. And I always tell people, in person, I will not talk to you unless I'm comfortable with you. I have told everybody I don't do eye contact. The only way that I would do eye contact is if I trust you. And if I don't trust you, I have trained myself for years, because I'm 39, be 40 in November. I have trained myself to trick people. And I know that my freaking eyes look weird, because I look at people's mouth, and that's as close that you will get to eye contact if I don't trust you. But I used to not even look at you. Like, literally, my friend, one of my best friends in middle school, Brenda, I did not know that she wore glasses until we graduated high school. And she went to Fulton, I went to Central and a satellite of West. But and then I graduated from Austin East. I know you're like, what? Wait, yeah. I didn't know she wore glasses until we ran into each other. I think we were both 19. And I was like, when did you start wearing glasses? She goes, I've been wearing glasses since 5th grade. Well, me and her, we met in 6th grade. I'm gonna say best friends from 6th all the way up to 8th grade. And then when we left 8th grade, I went to Central, she went to Fulton. But I never gave her eye contact, and it wasn't because I didn't trust her, because at that time, I did not know that that's why I wasn't doing that. I later found out as an adult why I didn't do it. But with all that said, to bring it back to the question, I wanted to be famous, but I didn't want to be an actress because I knew that if I was on the movie set, I wouldn't talk. Like literally one of my cousins, I won't say her name because she doesn't go by her first name on social medias. I'm gonna say her name, what I call her, Lonnie. My cousin Lonnie, I talked to her. I didn't talk to anybody else. I didn't talk to my other cousins. I didn't talk to, and this is air quotes, I didn't talk to my aunts. And I'm using aunts in air quotes because my mama was an only child. And them and the aunts were her first cousins. So, you know, they were, okay, so Lonnie's mama and my mama are first cousins. Lonnie's grandfather and my grandma, are sister and brother. So the great grandparent, which was my mama's grandparent, the one that raised her, was the mother of Lonnie's granddad and the mother of my grandmama, my mama's mama. So that's how that works. But my mama was an only child. But she was raised by her grandmama, which raised my sister until she passed. And so my great grandmother raised my sister, and my great grandmother raised my mama. So that's how that is. But I knew that I didn't want to be on TV because I didn't want nobody to look at me. I knew that if they talked to me, I wasn't going to talk to them. So that's why I say that yes, I wanted to be famous in a sense, but I never wanted to be, like, I wanted to be on TV for gymnastics. I wanted to be on TV playing at a concert, playing the piano or the violin at a concert. I wanted to be on TV for ballet, like doing the actual things that I wanted to do. But acting, I never wanted to do that. I am still, to this day, I will not talk to you. And I know it makes some of my friends mad that I don't like to go outside, but it's like I don't like to be seen. If I have to go somewhere and I'm late, I don't want to go because I don't want to walk in to anywhere late and then people turn around and look at me when I'm coming in, and they could just like glance to see, oh, well, okay, who came in the door, glance, and then look back whichever direction. But because they glanced at me and I came into the room late, I would rather not even show up than to show up late. That's just how I am. I don't hang out with some of my friends, which I consider them my friends. And I know that it hurts some of their feelings. Now, me right now age, me today, Marquita, doesn't like to go out because the one thing that I loved about myself, like, I know everybody's like, oh, I like this about myself. I hate everything about myself except my lips and my teeth. That was my prized possession. I loved my teeth. My teeth were straight. My teeth were white. My teeth were beautiful. And by default, I loved my lips. I actually wanted lip injections. And my lips are not small because I wanted bigger lips. But then my double brain surgery happened. July the 1st, 2015. One at 8 a.m., the second one at 8 p.m. And then November the 15th, or November 2015, a couple of months after my double brain surgery, is when my teeth started falling out because my brain attacked my bone marrow, which, because my body doesn't absorb calcium. I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't get it from milk. Because I had gastric bypass, I can't take calcium chews or the liquid calcium or even leafy greens to get calcium out of that because that makes me dump. I can't take calcium pills because all it does is just sit in my stomach, which gives me a horrible stomach ache, and then I literally, I know, TMI, poop out the pill without it even dissolving. I mean, it might be a little dissolved, but my body literally gets 0% out of the calcium pill, which in hints gave me Paget's. Paget's is early onset of osteoporosis because you need calcium. So my brain literally attacks my brain and my body literally attacks itself. That's why my body's name is Roxanne and my brain, and I have changed the name. My brain used to be called, I used to call my brain Hitler because my brain is literally fighting a brain tumor that's not even there, which hence is the reason why I had to get brain surgery to get a VP shunt for my pseudotumor cerebrite. Still got complications from that since day one, but I'm not even going to go into that because that's not what this video is about. But no, I don't know if it counts that I wanted to be famous for playing an instrument, because now I'm fat. So like if I became famous, I would want to be famous for basically getting to meet Jonah and him actually teach me how to crochet something and we jointly crochet something together. Yes, I am that old, but I love Jonah. Jonah is my literal idol when it comes, him and Mikey at Crochet Crowd. So Mikey and Jonah, if I met them two, I'm like freaking starstruck. I will be like, please teach me everything you know, because if y'all know me, and I have said it multiple times, most of the stitches besides the granny square and then just the straight line stitch, every other stitch that I have done, Mikey from Crochet Crowds has taught me. And I thank you, Mikey, because without you, I couldn't do anything. I just now wish that I could keep up with Jonah because he's so fast. He's so fast, and I love all his creations. So I am literally starstruck. I would love to meet Jonah, and I would love to meet Mikey from the Crochet Crowd, and just have them teach me everything that they know. Or I would like to be able to get an instrument, get a viola, because that's what I played the second half of my senior year. I would love to get a viola and then somebody sit there and teach me how to play it more in depth, and me just play it and make videos. That it's like the two things. If I could become famous, I would love to become famous and just play music on the internet, not even get paid for it, just play music, and or crochet with Mikey and with Jonah for charities. Now, I say that now because I don't have to, but I'm very attached to my crochets. Any project that I do, I cannot give away. I made Gary's daddy a crochet blanket when he was going through his cancer treatment. And I told Gary, I said, I want this wheeled back to me. Literally, this was like the first couple of months of me and Gary's relationship. And me and Gary, we met in 07. And I said that. And then, sadly enough, his daddy died in 2010. And I was just like, okay, enjoy that blanket. And she's just, and Gary's mama was like, no, I run hot. I'm moving to Florida. You can have the blanket. So I do have the blanket. I do have the blanket. But I made it for his daddy so his daddy can have. You know what? I might, if I can get a ride to the storage locker, might have to get that out for Gary, because I think Gary would probably like to cover up with that blanket. It was made for his daddy. He picked out the colors. He bought the yarn. All I did was just crochet it, and it's a pretty big blanket. I don't know if his daddy ever covered up with it. It just made me feel special, but I was like, but I do want it wheeled back. I made a blanket that my mom was like, please, can I please just use it? And I told her, I said, I'm going to let you have it. I was like, but you need to write up a wheel and go on to wheel that right back to me, because I want it back. I know that's mean, but I am attached. I literally made something for the girls, and I told them, okay, if you ain't gonna take care of it, give it back. But see, my girls are my bunking heads, and I love them beyond, but I still want my stuff back, because all of my crochets has a memory. Like when I look at it, whatever I was doing, I can literally remember everything. So I weave my story into it. That's why I could not make masks for anybody. I did make masks for my little Willie and my sister, and it got lost in the mail. So somebody is enjoying my mask, but I really did. I wanted them back too. When the panini was over, when the beer virus was over, I was going to wash them and I was going to put them up. Yes, I know that's very selfish. I know I hear myself, but that's just, I won't, like, I'm that attached to my things. So I say I want to do a charity crochet, but realistically, I don't think that I could. I want to. I just don't think that I could.